holiday season at 4-Wheel Parts, where between now and December 25th, for every $50 you spend on a 4-Wheel Parts gift card, in-store or online, you are automatically entered. Buy a $50 gift card and you get 1 entry. Buy a $100 gift card, get 2 entries. The 4WP gift card is the gift that keeps on giving this holiday season. But holiday savings are happening store-wide. So now's the time to take advantage and shop deals for your truck, Jeep, SUV, or UTV. Visit 4WP.com today and check out the 4-Wheel Parts Holiday Gift Guide to see all of our holiday savings and specials. 4WP's holiday savings are here at all 95 4-Wheel Parts stores nationwide and online, where you can shop and have your order sent straight to your door or pick up in any of our stores for free. Find your local store or shop online today at 4WP.com.
Rigid brought you the world's first patented curved light bar. Now, it just got smaller, slimmer, and smarter with the Rigid RDS SR Series Pro. This compact single-row light bar conforms to modern looks and projects more lighting to get you further, boasting a compact design, gentle curve, and the same proven rigid quality. The RDS SR Series Pro is a new, sleek, and sophisticated way to own the night.
Welcome back, everybody, to the KMC Wheels Fishgistics coverage of the Baja 1000, presented by 4-Wheel Parts and fueled by F&L Racing Fuel. It is now 4 p.m. Time for the next update here for you guys. There's been a little bit more drama, as there always is in the Baja 1000. We have some cars that are out of the race. We have some cars that need repairs. We have some positions being changed. We got all kinds of stuff going on. So the first update we have for you guys is that BJ Baldwin, we found out it was a transmission. So they're probably gonna have to change the transmission, but they're working on the transmission. That's why BJ was out, or he's at 0 miles an hour, and then he was going a little bit and limping. They're having transmission problem there. Then the other thing we have, the Honda truck, the 709 with Alexander Rossi driving it, has flipped over on the Santa Tomas Road out to the beach section. They rolled it over. They got some damage. They got rolled back over by a local, and they are now limping it to Arendara, where they're looking for a welder and a steering wheel. So he probably meant the steering wheel when he went off the road and the steering wheel broke or something like that. So they need a welder. If any of you guys are watching and you see the Honda truck limping into Arendara, Rindia, however you say it, they're looking for a welder. So if you got a welder and you see them, flag them down and help weld them. They need to weld the radiator. The radiator has a crack in it, so it needs to be able to weld aluminum, and hopefully they can get that fixed and get going again. Let's bring up the tracker here and see what's going on at the front. So up front, zoom up a little bit here. We have Andy McMillan's truck with Bryce Menzies driving it. He is in the front. They're starting to put a little bit of a gap on the 32. Not a lot, but a couple miles. Now, this section that they're going in now, this is the Mike's Loop that goes up to Mike's Sky Ranch. And this is the super technical, super slow part of the race course. This four-wheel drive truck, this is where it's going to have advantages in this next 50 to 100 miles right here. So let's watch and see how big of a gap they can put. If you look right now, he's at mile 253. And then Arcero's at 251. So he's got a 2-mile gap right now. Watch when we go live at the next update. And if they don't have any problems, let's see what that 2-mile gap goes to. I have a feeling it's going to go from 2 to like 10 by the end of this section. So we'll see. It could be wrong. You never know. But let's see what's going on there. So Ryan Arcero, like we said, was next. Alan Impudia, who was actually leading on time earlier, has lost a little bit of time now. They are not leading on time anymore, but they're going to be really close. They started back a ways to both Andy and the 32. So on time, they're still right there. Going to keep an eye on them. Next, it's Tavo Vadosala and Cameron Steele, with Ricky Johnson driving the Cameron Steele truck right now. And I believe Tavo himself is in the 21 right now. And then if we scroll back a little bit, it is Luke McMillan with Larry Rossler driving right now in the 83. They're kind of just, they got a little bit of a gap. The 31 is pulling away from the 83 a little bit though. So I don't know if the 83 is just running conservative right now or what, but this next section, Larry Rossler knows this section really well. I know he actually pre-ran it again yesterday to see how bad the rain damage was. So we'll see. For those of you guys asking, when does Andy get in the truck? He gets in at mile 371. So Andy will be in at 371. Bryce will be out at 371, and then Andy will go to the finish from there. So Andy's going to do the whole San Felipe side, all that side over there. So we'll see what happens once he gets in. Then we come back to Justin Lofton, who's coming along. He lost a little bit of time, but he's still coming along. Mike Walser back there. Then we have Rob McCachran and the 76, Jesse Jones, with Toby Price driving it. So they have actually caught up to Rob McCachran now. I don't know. I think that's Bean in there right now. I don't think Rob started. And I don't know if Bean's driving a little conservative too, or if they're having some issues with the number 11. But the 76 and the 14, you can see now, are right behind Rob McCachran going into the Mike's loop. So the 76 is an all-wheel drive truck also. So the 76, I bet you, is going to get around the 11 pretty quick here, and then start catching up to these other guys here. So if we look at all-wheel drive trucks, we have the first truck on the road, Andy's all-wheel drive. Then we have the 16 is all-wheel drive. That's a Team C truck. Both of those are Mason all-wheel drives. Then it comes back to the 76. That's a Mason all-wheel drive. So we have 3 all-wheel drive trucks in the top 8 right now or so. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. And then we have Troy Herbst driving with Tim Herbst. They're all driving in the same car today, and Pat Dean also, I believe. So all 3 of them are driving in there. Then back to Robbie Gordon. Robbie Gordon is in the Geyser G6 two-wheel drive truck. He didn't get the unicorn fixed in time, as you guys know, so he is driving the G6 Geyser truck today. He's coming along. He was stuck earlier, had a little bit of downtime, but he's just having like a conservative in the middle of the road run right now, really, for Robbie. Then we have Raul Gomez, and he's driving Cameron Steele's truck that Cameron won last year in. So that is the current Baja 1000 defending champion truck that Raul Gomez is in right there. So that's him. And like we said, Bobby Picoy's tracker's finally kind of hit and miss all day, but he's still moving. He's around the 76 and the 11. Like we said, BJ was down. I don't even see BJ on here now. Did I miss him somewhere? I don't know where he is, but I think he might be out. He might be, yeah, he's going up here. He's at 0 miles an hour still. So BJ, like we said, had transmission problem. He's probably out of the race unless they're able to change it and get it fixed, and that was the only problem, but we'll have to wait and see. So Class 1, let's go look at Class 1. Let's just show those. So RJ Anderson is driving the 162 car, Brendan Gaughan. We just posted a video a little bit ago. He passed Brad Wilson for the lead. So Brad Wilson is now second car on the road. Brad is getting in it after the Mike's loop. So this is not Brad driving right now. He'll be getting in it a little later. That's your top 2 there. Let's see, Cameron Steele, repeat some info. Missed the beginning. Here, Cameron, we'll show you the lead real quick. So the lead is the 31 is in the lead at mile 258 right now. Then it's the 32, Ryan Arciero, at mile 256, 2 miles behind him. Then it's the 21, the 10, and you guys, Cameron. So you guys are sitting 5th on the road right now. Still pretty close. You're at 248, and the 31 is 10 miles ahead. So physically, the 16 is 10 miles out of the lead right now, Cameron. So there's a little update for you on that. Back to Class 1. Like we said, those were the first 2. Then Mason Cullen is going to be your third place Class 1 right now, and followed by the 107, 163, and the 138, Brian Wilson. Coming back to Class 10, it's going to be the 1068 is doing the is on the highway right here. This is the little bypass that we go around. So they're not off course here. Remember, this is the bypass to go around the lake that's out on the beach there where you can't go. So 1068 been in the front all day. The 1016, 1085, 1075, 1036, 1062, pretty close in Class 10 from third place on. Looks like a good group of racers there in Class 10. Let's look at another class for you guys. Let's go look at, let's see, Class 7. We said the Honda truck is having some issues right now. Now, the other class we can look at, the Hammer truck. We've been watching these guys all day. They're actually pretty fast. So, look, Casey Curry, he's up front, been running up front all day. Then back to 4405, Shannon Campbell. He's second. Then it's pretty much just those 2 guys. Then it's back to Sky Johnson and Mike Hales back here. They're a little ways behind. So right now it's Casey Curry out front in the Hammer class. What other class has a bunch of cars here? Class 10 we looked at. Class 11s, we haven't looked at them yet. This is the heroes of off-road racing. So right here we have the 1111, Eric Slorenzo. He's won a few Class 11 races, huh? He is in the lead, followed by the 1113 of Kent, the 1121, Dennis Hollenbeck, 1132, and 1152. Looks like they're all pretty much moving along still. At least 5 of the 6 are. So that's good. Question is, will an 11 finish within the time limit or not? I believe the time limit is 34 hours. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but we'll have to wait and see. But they're still moving along. The first 11 cars about 90 miles into the race, so that's good to see. Let's go look at the Turbo Pro UTV class, Pro UTV Force Induction. There's quite a few of them. We heard on Weatherman a little bit ago one of these crashed, but it sounded like they were okay. They just had mechanicals. They were trying to figure that out, so hopefully everyone was okay. I don't remember which car number it was. But 2971, Wayne Matlock is your leader. He's been leading all day. 2905, Mark Brunette, monster athlete. For our monster check-in, he's going to be second. Then 2989, Wes Miller, back to Craig Scanlon, who I think is trying to do the whole thing himself. So we'll see. That'll be interesting if he can do that. He's in fourth. Justin Lambert, Justin Smith, Brandon Schuler, Jason Murray, and Scott Trafton, all your top 10 or so right there. So still pretty good race in class, Pro UTV class. We'll go try and figure the bike thing out for you guys. Let's see if the trackers are working on the bikes. The bikes are kind of worthless trying to figure out for you guys because these trackers are not working very well on the bikes today. So once again, I don't see the 1X tracker anywhere. Let's see, Pro Moto. Let's see, what is it? Pro Moto Unlimited? Yeah, so Pro Moto Unlimited. So the 1X tracker is nowhere to be found. So that doesn't do us any good. Last we knew, the 1X was still in the lead. You'd be somewhere up here by these top sportsman bikes. The sportsman bikes took 2 sportsman cuts and actually jumped in front of a lot of the pro bikes. So that's why this class is trying, it's kind of pointless trying to figure out who's where. As far as the sportsman class goes, the leader's right here, 212X and the 254 and the 284. So we can tell you where the sportsman bikes are. But I believe it's going to be the 1X and then right here, the 100X. I think that's going to be your second pro bike, right? Is that a pro bike, Santiago Creel? And he's not even in the pro bike class here either. So it's going to be, so they have the 360 as this one. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I don't know about the bikes. They're being kind of weird because it's saying, so his name's on a couple different bikes here. So he's on the 100X and the 360X. So if the 360X is in the pro class, he's probably going to be second right now. I don't think any of these other guys are pro class, or yeah. So it's probably the 1X and then the 360X would be my guess, and then the 4X probably next. So that's probably your bike class there. All right, what else are you guys looking for before we sign off for this one? Pro UTV class is looking for looking for some parts. They said the Husted Bullock Pro UTV crashed. He's looking for a billet steering rack for a Wildcat if anyone in Baja has one. Well, you guys should figure out where maybe Robbie Gordon's crew is. They might have some of those still. I'm not sure if the Wildcat XX, that's what Robbie runs, right? I'd try to find their big Dakar chase truck. That thing is filled with UTV parts. So go find them and figure out where they are. All right, let's look before we sign off back at the front again and see what's going on here. So last we checked, 31 had a 2-mile lead. So he just updated 261, and he just updated 259. So he's already got almost a 3-mile lead just from the time I was talking. So he's put a mile on him just between, let's see, 259, 260. Yeah, it's still about 2. So it just depends when they update. See, his just updated, and his just updated. So 261, 259. So he's still 2 miles right now. So we'll see. The 35X, that's your first bike to get caught, it looks like. So 35X knows now that Bryce went by him, there's going to be some more guys coming behind him. All right, guys. Well, that'll do it for this update. We will be back at 5 o'clock with your next update. Since, let's see where the cars are only 261 miles in the race right now, and it's been going on for 5 hours so far. So, like I said, this is going to be a little long of a race here. I'm still thinking 3 o'clock in the morning maybe, but we'll check it out in a little bit and see. All right, we'll be back at 5 o'clock with your next update. Big thanks to KMC Wheels, title sponsor all year, 4-wheel parts, F&L Racing Fuel. Everyone else helps us out, Rigid Industries, Alford Distributing, Michelob Ultra, Hostile, PCI, and Monster Energy. Big thanks to all those guys. See you guys at 5 p.m. with your next update here on Fishgistics.